Okay, it's been a couple months using the Vector off-road rail system, and I'll tell you what, I really like it. It is such a much nicer, sleeker look than the Anvil Overland. I did recycle my A-pillar mount, but I think I'm going to move it on the Vector bar. Switched out all the ram mounts and went with bullet point. Again, much sleeker design, looks better than the bulkier ram mounts. I also got a new switch pod, got it down there, tucked out of the way. Well, look who's calling. So yeah, I really dig it, and I highly recommend it. The Anvil Overland bar is out. First step is to pop these little thingamajiggies out that are closest to your dash storage tray using a plastic pry bar. They're in there a little snug, so don't be scared to use a little force. Next step, two 10mm bolts down in the holes where the thingamajigs came out. You can probably take your windshield down, make it a little easier, but I think that'll be more of a pain, so I'm just going to try them out, see what happens. So once you feel the bolt come out, I highly suggest you get a magnet to pop it out of there so you don't lose it. Let's go find a magnet. Got a magnet here somewhere. There it is. Well, I thought I had the bolt out. Maybe I don't. There it is. Minor mistake made. You have to take out the thingamajiggy by the speaker, not the one by the dash cubby hole. Only the passenger side gets removed. That one stays. This one comes out. Next, we have these extension arms with a piece of all thread in them. Find the hole. Screw them down in. Alright, so the passenger side has this offset spacer. Tape it on there some, thick part to the front of the Jeep. Don't tape it on there too tight because you got to be able to have the tape break loose so you can screw it in. So we got the extension arms in. The next step is you need to trim this dash mat right along the bottom edge. So the extension arms in the dash is a 1/8 inch Allen head, and the one in the T-slots is a 7/64 Allen head. So we'll move this into the Jeep and start putting it in. Okay, there are two Phillips head bolts down in there that you need to remove, and this is where our brackets will go. Put your mat back in there that you've trimmed. Which way does it go? Well, looks like I trimmed it a little short, but oh well. I don't really keep anything up there anyway. Alright, so test fitting this Vector rail in here, and I noticed these brackets, which go back in with the same screw you took out, same bolt you took out, looks like they need tweaked a little bit. I also put some felt, basically Velcro, on the back of this. I don't know, just because, to give it so it doesn't get all marred up if I ever take this out. So I think I'm going to take these brackets off and try to bend them a little bit and see if I can get a better fit. Alrighty, so there's the felt I put on. It's basically just the fuzzy part of a Velcro. The driver's side has got this little T-slot doodad that's going to slide in here. So this will be used for the bracket that goes to the extension arm that we put down in those holes. Alright, so I tweaked both these brackets and I got them fitting better. Again, I put felt under here, but that wasn't what was throwing them off. They were a little off to begin with. It was kind of one of those that would probably be fine, but the more I looked at it, the more I wanted to do something about it, so I did. I ended up having to put a couple washers underneath the extension arm to raise it up a little bit. But it all fits much better now, and I'm ready to do the final install. Alright, we've got the install finished. Everything's tightened up and looking good. Very sleek. Has vector right there in the middle. I like it much better than the Anvil Overland bar going across. Very sturdy, so was the Anvil Overland bar, but like I said, I got tired of dealing with the Allen heads every time I needed to move something. Now these, you know, T-slot doodads that go down in there to mount your mounting ball to have a set screw, an Allen head, to tighten it up and then, you know, put your mount on there. But I think I can get away with just, you know, leaving the set screw loose and sticking a screwdriver in there, giving it a good crank, and I don't think it's going to move. So I dig it. I got some bullet point mounting arms coming. I'm kind of switching over to the 20mm system and bullet point, going away from the ram mounts for the most part. Been using ram mounts for several years. I'm still going to use them for the GoPro outside the vehicle and stuff, but inside the vehicle I think I'm going to switch over to the 20mm. Seemed like every time I bought a different tablet mount or a different phone mount or something, you know, the ram mounts didn't want to tighten up on it good, and I was wrapping tape around the balls, which looked kind of dumb. So I'm going to try a different route, and hopefully it works out better. We'll see.